The national news is in Las Vegas on Radio Row for Super Bowl 58. And I'm joined today by Andrew Poncho Glover. And to the left of Andrew is Alex Glover. And now, Andrew, you played in the NFL for about a decade with the Raiders, the Vikings, the Saints. And Alex, you're currently playing volleyball at SMU. Let's start with Andrew. Since we're here for the Super Bowl, let's talk a little bit of football for a moment.
Sure.
Tell us about your involvement on the field and some of your exploits. What that was like to be in the NFL and playing with some high-profile teams.
Well, it was a dream come true to have an opportunity to play in the NFL, and I wanted to be as influential and impactful as I possibly could do, and I was a team player. I never really thought of myself all the time in my individual statistics. I was taught that being a team player you would put yourself give yourself an opportunity to win, and winning is what I was all about. Just win, baby, like we say at the Raiders.
Absolutely, yeah. And now, actually, during your time, you were a Man of the Year nominee, and I know you're involved in a lot of philanthropic efforts as well. Can you talk a little bit about what you're doing off the field in terms of how you're helping out in the community, what you're doing philanthropically?
Well, we're impacting lives, men, women, and children. We're telling them about our experiences and what it takes to make it to the next level, and what it takes to maintain when you do get to the next level.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dedication, a lot of commitment, and a lot of hours of focus. And if we get the word out, then people will understand that only a small percentage have the opportunity to play at the professional level, but you can do it, and it can be done if you put God first, have the faith that you can do it, and put the work in. Then you would definitely increase the probability that you'll have great success.
Makes a lot of sense, absolutely. And now, of course, I don't want to leave Alex out of the discussion, because Alex, of course, you're an athlete playing volleyball at SMU. You're going to be graduating this year with a master's. Tell us a little bit about your experience at SMU, both playing volleyball, but also maybe even in the classroom, if you want to share some of those experiences as well.
Yeah, so when I came into SMU, I'm from Houston, so I wanted to stay close, but also maybe try to get out a little bit to do things on my own. So 3 hours allowed me to do that, and I love Texas. But I got my undergrad in engineering and data science, and I love that. But when I had the opportunity to get my master's, because I got an extra COVID year to play volleyball, I decided I wanted to do it at SMU, and the business school there is so great, and I wanted to get that business degree. So I went for business management in the Cox School of Business. So I thought that was great for me, and I've had a great experience there. And while I was there, I was allowed to build my platform through NIL, which was legislated in my junior year. So I've been doing that for the past 2 years and been gaining a following and trying to inspire women in sports and also younger student athletes, and also do those philanthropy causes. I'm a big person in Big Brothers Big Sisters. I always invite them to come out. I do a lot of sports media now, so like hosting at the basketball games or doing sports media content for other teams. So I invited them out, and that'll be happening next week. So I'm super excited to get the bigs and littles out to see that and see what's really possible if you put your mind to it.
It's fantastic. Well, I know you mentioned you're very involved, of course, in NIL, in that area. I mean, name, image, and likeness, it's all new, I think, to the world of collegiate sports in general. But talk a little bit about the impact of NIL on both your time, playing sports, and what you're seeing from some of the other student athletes that are out there.
Yeah, it definitely encourages student athletes to build their platform and build a brand, which is something that I don't think we've really seen before, and it helped me build a personal brand, so that can help me when I graduate. Also, the money part of it is super nice for student athletes. If you're not on scholarship, it now gives the opportunity for everybody to get some kind of monetization, which I think is super important. And then on the other side of that, it helps build good skills. So it helps me learn how to network and build great relationships with maybe people that I wouldn't have been able to do just being a student athlete. So I think it opens the world to student athletes and helps them build these experiences that were not able to be built maybe before NIL was legislated.
Okay. And now I know that if we can come back to Poncho over here, I know you've got a new book coming out, right? Tell us a little bit about G-Man for All Seasons. I understand it's going to be hitting Amazon, certainly.
February 14th.
February 14th, it's coming. Tell us about the book.
Well, it's February 14th is my wife and I's anniversary, 31st year. She helped me write the book, and I met her in college, and she helped me navigate being a student athlete and different things that were really important to me. I wrote this book to share my experiences as a student athlete, some of the ups and downs, peaks and valleys, and things so other student athletes could read about it, learn from it, and avoid some of those same situations. So G-Man for all seasons, touchdowns, dunks, and jumps. And it talks a little bit about me as a student athlete and pushing through the limit. God gave me the talent to go on my journey and compete in sports and through sports. So having the opportunity to play 3 sports, win 3 championships, one in each sport in the same year, and graduating on time is very important to me. And I thought that it was a story that needed to be shared.
You want to talk a little bit more about the importance of education, of course, for students?
Well, definitely. I think that's the most important part of my journey is when I graduated, I was so elated and happy because it pushed me to another whole level and showed my level of commitment, not just in athletics, but being a student. And I think that that's the most important thing. You're a student first, and then you're an athlete. So you have to earn the right to be an athlete by being a great student. And, I want to be, a champion for that, and that's why I wrote the book.
Alex, was your father influential in sort of becoming such a great student athlete yourself?
Yeah, for sure. He always, I think the first thing that he taught me was that books always come first. So that was one huge motivation piece for me. And studying engineering and data science, it's not an easy major at all, and I knew it was going to be extremely hard to double major and go in as a student athlete, but he taught me from the beginning kind of get everything that I can out of my college experience. So that's why I ended up doing my master's and getting a double major and just trying to milk everything I could out of this situation and get that education so that I could kind of have the world as my oyster when I do graduate and go any avenue that I wanted to.
Andrew, what do you think about your daughter and what she's up to?
It is exceptional things that she's doing. She's a pioneer in NIL, and she's a trendsetter and changing the culture. I am very proud that she's followed in my footsteps, and she's exceeded the things that I've done. And we couldn't be prouder, and we continue to go out each and every day doing our work, going about our business, continuing to be humble, putting God first, and trying to impact lives in a positive way.
It's fantastic. Now, for folks who want to follow you online, on social media, or just on the internet, do you have a website or social media channels people can watch to see more about what you're up to?
Well, I'm at andrewponchoglover.com. All my information is there, how you can get the book. We certainly appreciate everybody that's interested in it, and hopefully it has a positive impact on them or somebody they know.
I'm at Alex Jean with 4 N's on Instagram and TikTok, and I also have a website, and it's Alex Jean with 4 N's, where you can find all my information.
Fantastic. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us on Radio Row today.
Thank you for having us.
We really
Thank you for
appreciate
having
it.
us.
Yeah,
and stay tuned to FloridaNationalNews.com for more.
It's time to put yourself first and get the figure you've always wanted with laser liposuction and body sculpting from CMA, Comprehensive Medical Aesthetics. Dr. Rudolph Moise and his experienced staff can transform you in one simple in-office procedure. Localized anesthesia, minimal discomfort, faster recovery. Call CMA today and schedule your free consultation. 786-746-6464. Visit cmaesthetic.com. Begin your transformation. Call CMA today.